Reflection. Main point for this conversation. A lot of pain, emotional baggage that I was storing, I learned was caused by just a lack of reflection. And taking mushrooms gives you the space to where you can reorganize that emotional baggage. You can look at it from a different perspective or a different light. That's a big takeaway from last night for sure, was just that how much I needed to reflect. I needed to reflect more than I ever could have known. You know, it's been about a year and a half since I've had a trip like that, maybe a little bit longer. And it just made me realize that the person that I was being and the life I was living, decision by decision, was not aligning to where I need to go. I tried to do it my way for a year and a half. I tried to do it my way for a year and a half. Last night I learned I don't need to do it my way. I don't even have a way yet. I didn't have a way, at least. That was the problem, was I didn't have a way. I didn't have a light. I didn't have, deep down, just the disconnection from what my purpose was. And I just forgot, It's easy to forget why we're here, why we do anything, why we wake up every day, why we choose to live, as opposed to just, going about our daily motions, trapped in our own conditioned matrix that we built for ourselves. It's the crazy thing, is that when you can look at everything from a different perspective that you can't see your life from, unless you get to the space or the viewpoint where you can take the cold, hard, honest look at what's working and what's not working for you and for everyone in your life that you choose to have in your life. I realized that the way I want to move forward and the way I want to carry myself, I can't continue to keep making the same decisions I've made, that the past me thought was the right decision. But I know so much more now. So why would I think that those same decisions are going to get me to the promised land when I damn well know it's got to be something new? That was the only thing I kept coming back to, is it's just new. Is I wasn't allowing for any new things to happen. Nothing new. Zero new things. I wanted it to be the same. The same. Everything's got to be the same. I like it this way. I make money this way. I don't talk to these people. I show love to these people. Very conditional basis of love. As a man, looking myself in the mirror, it's not about that conditional love. It's not about receiving that conditional love, receiving the love that you get when you give love is what matters. Is what matters at the end of the day. You got to give love to get love. You got to give love to get love. And for a long time, I just was questioning why I wasn't getting any love. I, turned a blind eye to a part of me that needs to be transformed, needs to be recreated into something new. We can't keep doing the same things with new beliefs and expect different results. If you believe something in your heart, if you believe that you should be living life a certain way and you're not right now, you're just pushing it off. You're pushing it off. And it's crazy. As soon as I decided to do mushrooms, decided I'd take another trip, it was the only thing that mattered. I kind of had an open night. I was maybe gonna work, and as soon as I decided to get the sack, that's all there was. I went, picked up the sack, went straight back to my house, made tea, drank the tea, and didn't take long to get to where I needed to be. My intentions going in was not to necessarily have fun. It was to remove the blocks. It was to show me what I needed to remove that no longer had a place in where I'm trying to go. It's tough, feeling like you're not being understood, but it's just that nobody has to understand what you do. You don't have to be understood by everybody, and that's okay. Keep this short and brief, but my mindset going into this trip was to figure out what I needed to change to make that man that I think is so far away be a reality today. It's not far away in reality. It's right here. You can be that person right now. And I'm blown away that I put it off for so long. I caused myself so much suffering, and others around me so much suffering. You cause people so much suffering by bleeding all your emotional shit on them. Especially as men, as a man that's been trying to figure out how to show his emotions in a healthy way. It's tough when you feel like you're not being when you're being misunderstood. You feel one thing, everyone else sees another thing. You're looking at the world like, what the fuck? What's going on? What do I need to do? And that's it. I was at the point I was on my knees. I'm like, I know what mushrooms have done for me. It's a wonderful plant medicine that has helped me tremendously. I can't express that enough. It's wild. It's wild. It really is. Life is a trip. Kind of mentioned this on just a short video I took this morning, but as soon as I felt the mushrooms kicking in, I felt like I was sober for the first time since the last time I took mushrooms. That's all I could think, is that I'm like, yeah, I can't believe I waited this long. And I knew in my body. My body has been telling me that I've needed to make a change for a long time. I've lower back pain, tightness, just constant stress. You can't even feel it. It's so deep in you, deep ingrained stress. Everybody has it. It's crazy living out here in Arizona, driving on the roads, driving on the freeways all the time, being in traffic. I've seen what it does to people. I've seen what it does to me at times, and I don't like it sometimes. But it makes it that much more important to have empathy for everyone else around you, because they're going through the same shit. They're on the same freeway. We're all on the same freeway here. We're on the same freeway, all trying to get to the same destination. We're all trying to get to the same destination. Right? Or at least everybody thinks. You got one car going 95. You got most of the cars going the speed limit. And then you got some cars going slow. You just take a look at those people inside those cars. It doesn't always mean anything. Let me rephrase that. It doesn't always mean if someone's speeding that they're going too fast. It doesn't always mean if someone's going too slow that they're wrong. It doesn't mean if someone's going the speed limit, they're wrong. But that speed limit is only what the government tells you can go. That speed limit's only what everybody else tells you can go. That speed limit is just what the outside tells you. But you know that you can go any speed you want. Whatever speed you feel like going at any given time. Sometimes it's best to go slow. Sometimes it's best to go the speed limit. Sometimes it's best to go fast. Sometimes you have no control because traffic is going 85 and a 65 and you have to go 85 or else what's going to happen? You look around and you're going to crash. You're going to get rear-ended. So you got to keep moving. You got to always keep moving. But don't let anybody tell you how fast you got to go or where you got to be. Because anyone that knows anything, and I don't know shit, knows that it's not about necessarily where we're going, but it's about how we get there. And I can't tell you how to get there. That's on you. Nobody can tell you how to get there. I realized, and I'm continuing to learn, that nobody's going to tell me how to get there either. I have to figure out how I want to get there. I have to figure out. I'll leave it at that. Keep it short and sweet for the first podcast on the balcony. Don't know what I'm going to call these. I'm going to do these more regularly, not just trip reports, but I'm going to try to share my mind, share my viewpoint, share my perspective, my lessons that I've learned, some stories, maybe music. I love music, so I might play some music from time to time, but life's a trip. Life's a big ass trip, and I think the more light we can shine on it for other people to see the road ahead, the better chance we can all drive together. And that's what we're after here, is driving together. So cheers to driving together. Welcome to the road. Welcome to the road.